When we look at the liturgical celebrations of the year, we know that Easter is, of course, the greatest celebration that we have. When it comes to the second most important celebration, that's often confusing because we often tend to think of Christmas sometimes as even being more important than Easter because of the celebrations that we tend to have culturally. But of course, Easter is the greatest of the celebrations. But then the one that comes in second is Pentecost. And the reason that that is the case is because the fruit of the resurrection, the fruitfulness of the Lord's passion, is bound up with the advocate, the Holy Spirit, the gift that Jesus would give to the church so that the shepherd's voice could be clearly heard. When Jesus speaks to the apostles, he says to them, whoever hears you hears me. And whoever welcomes you welcomes me. And whoever welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. And of course, that would be the Father. So when we think about that moment in the upper room at the Last Supper discourse, Jesus is celebrating his Passover meal that he's going to transform into the sacrifice of the cross, where he will offer himself as that sacrifice that redeems us. But in the midst of that dinner, that Passover meal, he made it very clear that he would send another advocate to be with us always, even the Spirit of truth. And he spoke so powerfully of that gift of the Spirit, and he would even say this in the midst of that discourse. He would say that the Spirit that I will give to you, the advocate, when he comes, he will remind you of all that I taught you. And that's a lot because Jesus was constantly teaching in the synagogues, the Sermon on the Mount, the Sermon on the Plain, in the temple. He was constantly teaching. But all of that teaching would be a whole bunch of truth that would have been given to the apostles. But how are they to remember it all? And that's why the Spirit of truth becomes so important. Because as Jesus says that the Spirit